Carry on with, continue or persist in an action.
Hey, did you manage to finish that book you were reading?
Yes, I did. It was quite gripping. I couldn't put it down.
Oh, really? What was it about?
It's about a detective who unexpectedly gets involved in a high profile crime syndicate whilst solving a case. Over time, the detective begins to uncover secrets that are bigger than just the crime ring. It's loaded with plot twists and unexpected turns.
Sounds exciting. Maybe I should start reading it.
You definitely should. Once you get going, you'll want to carry on with it until the end, I assure you.
Great, I'll pick it up. It's been a while since I've read a book that I couldn't put down. Thanks for the recommendation.
No problem at all. Enjoy the read.
Expressing prohibition.
So, you said your brother is coming to visit you. Must be exciting.
Yes, but there are some rules he needs to follow while staying here.
Rules.
Yes. I told him smoking is not allowed in my house.
That's a good rule considering the health hazards. Anything else?
Certainly. He mustn't use my study room with his shoes on. I've just had the carpet cleaned.
That's sensible. It's so hard to get rid of stubborn stains.
Exactly. I also stress that he can't binge watch TV till late night as it disturbs my sleep.
I hope he understands why these restrictions are put in place.
He definitely does. And he himself is a kind of person who respects others' spaces and preferences.
Sounds fair enough. Prohibitions make a difference when living together.
Disagreeing.
Good afternoon. I was thinking about going camping this weekend. You are free, right?
Yes, I am. But honestly, I don't enjoy camping much.
Really? Why not? I find it really refreshing and adventurous.
It might be adventurous, but it's often uncomfortable. Sleeping in a tent doesn't compare to a bed.
I believe that's the charm of camping. We move away from comfort, get close to nature, and learn survival skills.
I see your point. But for me, vacation means relaxation, not hardship. I prefer staying in comfortable hotels and exploring restaurants over making my own food at a campsite.
It seems our concept of vacations are quite different. I find nature captivating, while you prefer a more urban experience.
Exactly, although getting close to nature is beneficial. I think comfort shouldn't be compromised. We might have to find a common ground before planning our trip.
Asking and giving instructions.
Hi, you seem to know your way around this place. Do you know where the gym is?
Yes, I do. Do you want me to tell you the directions?
Yes, please. That would be really helpful.
All right, first you need to take this hallway till the end. And then turn right. Walk straight until you see the cafeteria on your left.
The cafeteria on the left. Got it.
After passing the cafeteria, continue straight until you reach a split pathway. Take the left one and keep going until you find the stairs. You take those stairs up to the second floor. The gym is right in front of the stairs.
So, just to confirm, I turn right at the end of this hallway, past the cafeteria, take the left path at the split, then go upstairs to the second floor, and the gym is right there?
Exactly. You've got it.
Back to the drawing board, to start over after a failure.
Did you hear about my investment in the gold mining venture?
No, I didn't. How did it go?
It was an absolute disaster. I lost a significant amount of money. The mining site dried up within a few months of operation, and shareholders got nothing.
That's tough. Are you going to fold up?
Oh no, definitely not. Losing money does hurt, but it's not the end of the world. I guess it's just back to the drawing board for me. It's a lesson learned, and it's time to reassess, plan, and invest wisely in the future.
That's the spirit. Besides, not all investments pay off as expected. It's all part of the risks involved with investing.
Absolutely. It isn't always about winning. It's about learning from the missteps and standing up after falling down.
Cheers to that, my friend. I'm sure you'll bounce back in no time. After all, you're not one to quit easily.
Feel 4. Sympathize or empathize with someone.
Did you hear about Jessica? She's been really struggling with her loss.
Yes, I just found out yesterday. This must be an extremely difficult time for her.
I know. She was very close to her grandmother. It must be so tough coping with the loss when she was just about to graduate as well.
Absolutely. And with the lockdown in place, she can't even be around her loved ones. It's really hard on her.
I really feel for her. I think we should all pitch in together and do something nice for her. What do you think?
That's a great idea. Maybe a video message from all of us, sharing some encouraging words and heartfelt sympathies could lift her spirits a bit.
That sounds perfect. Let's start working on it right away.
Wealth gap.
Have you noticed the wealth gap in our society?
Yeah, it seems to be expanding, doesn't it?
Definitely. The rich are getting richer while the poor are getting poorer.
Absolutely. And it's not just about having money or not. It's about the opportunities that wealth offers.
Yes, wealth can afford better education, healthcare, and living conditions. It's not equitable.
Moreover, it tends to perpetuate itself. When you're born into wealth, you're more likely to remain wealthy.
True. This is because you can afford to invest and grow wealthier, a luxury not many have. The same applies to poverty. It's a cycle that is hard to break.
Indeed, it's a systemic issue. It's not just about individual effort, but about addressing systemic hurdles that keep people in poverty.
Agreed. That's why we need to address it on a larger societal level. Real change is needed to bridge this gap.
Look out for. Be watchful or vigilant for something.
I finally got my driver's permit yesterday.
That's great news. Have you started practicing on the road yet?
Briefly, with my dad. But honestly, it's a bit overwhelming. All these signs, the traffic, there's just so much to pay attention to.
Yeah, there is. But don't worry, it gets easier with time.
Do you have any tips?
Always stay alert and look out for pedestrians, specifically when you are passing through residential areas or school zones. Pedestrians can be unpredictable and might cross the road unexpectedly.
Yeah, that's what my dad told me too. But it's good to have a constant reminder.
Just remember, safety comes first. So, always be watchful and vigilant.
Thanks, I'll definitely keep that in mind.
Talking about health and illness.
How have you been feeling lately? I heard you were under the weather last week.
Yeah, I caught a bad flu. It took quite a bit out of me. But I'm starting to feel better now. Thanks for asking.
Glad to hear you're on the mend. Did you see a doctor?
I did. They prescribed some medication and recommended plenty of rest. And fluids. It seems to have helped.
That's good. It's important to take it easy when you're not well. Have you been able to get back to your normal routine?
Not entirely. I'm still a bit weak, so I'm taking things slow. Health comes first, you know?
Absolutely, don't rush it. Rest as much as you need. Have you been able to eat properly?
More or less. I've started with some light meals. My appetite is coming back slowly.
That's a good sign. Let me know if you need anything. Or if there's any way I can help.
Bring along, take someone or something with you.
Hey, there, I'm planning to take a trip to the beach this weekend. Would you like to join me?
That sounds great. I've been longing for some sun and sand lately.
Awesome. Do you know anyone else who might want to come?
I have a friend, Ryan, who loves the beach and would probably be interested. Should I ask him?
Absolutely. The more, the merrier. We'll have a mini beach party.
Fantastic, I'll reach out to him tonight and also mention that he can bring along a friend if he wants.
Good idea. And please remind him to bring along his own beach gear. I just have enough for myself.
Sure thing. It'll be a fun outing. I can bring my volleyball gear too if everyone's up for a game.
That sounds like a perfect beach day. I can't wait.
Stock investment.
I've been considering stock investment. Any advice? Absolutely. Always remember, diversification is key. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. As they say. Makes sense. What kind of stock should I start with? If you're a beginner, then it may be wise to begin with index funds. They offer wide market exposure, low operating expenses, and low portfolio turnover. I've heard about those. They track the market right. Correct. They're designed to match or track the components of a market index. Also, it's a good idea to invest consistently instead of trying to time the market. That seems like a smarter way to handle it. What about monitoring stocks? It's significant to stay updated. But obsessing over daily fluctuations isn't productive. Make sure you review your investment performance on a regular basis. Though. Thanks for the tips. Stock investment is starting to seem less intimidating now.
Go for, choose or pursue something, like a goal or opportunity.
Did you hear about the painting competition next week?
Yes, I heard it's citywide. Lots of artists participating, right?
Exactly. I was contemplating whether to participate. I haven't painted since I was 14.
You used to be quite talented. Why not give it a go?
You think so? It has been so long, though.
Who cares? Take it as a chance to rediscover your talent. Besides, it's for a good cause.
That's true, and I can go for the abstract painting category. I always liked experimenting with forms and colors.
That sounds perfect. Have you decided what you will paint?
Not yet, but it's a start. I guess I just needed a little push.
Sometimes, you just need to chase what might make you happy.
Environmental protection.
I've been thinking about environmental protection lately. It seems we're not doing enough.
I totally agree. The impact of our daily actions on the environment is quite profound.
Yes, for example, excessive use of plastic. It's easy to ignore when we only look at individual actions. But when billions of people do the same, it's disastrous.
Right. And we are seeing the effects, like plastic pollution in the oceans. Also, the high levels of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere are causing global warming.
That is worrisome. Also, the deforestation problem. It is leading to loss of biodiversity.
Yes, we need to encourage reducing, reusing, and recycling. Plant more trees, switch to renewable energy sources, and limit our carbon footprints.
Exactly. If everyone makes small changes, it can set off a chain reaction. And hopefully, we can preserve the environment for future generations.
Hit the nail on the head, to describe something precisely and accurately.
Hey, have you watched the latest episode of A Mystery Mansion?
Yes, I did. I think I finally figured out who the culprit might be.
Really? Who do you suspect?
Well, based on the clues provided, I'm pretty sure it's the butler.
The butler? I hadn't considered him. Why do you think he's the one?
All those little hints and misplaced objects revealed. He was usually around when important things disappeared or havoc occurred. Plus, it's not just about the physical evidence. His reactions in crucial moments give him away.
That does make sense. Your theory seems perfectly plausible. If you're correct, then you've really hit the nail on the head.
I guess we'll see in the next episode if my suspicions about the perpetrator are accurate.
Yes, we will. Can't wait to see if you've solved the mystery ahead of time.
Pull off, successfully accomplish something challenging or difficult.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when...
Did you hear about that new project Jerry's been working on?
No, I don't believe I have. What's he been up to?
He's shooting an independent film right here in town. He wrote the script himself and he's also directing it.
Seriously? I didn't know he was into making movies. That sounds like quite a challenge.
Yeah, it is. But you know Jerry, he's always full of surprises. I've seen some of his short clips before and they're really good.
Really? Well, this definitely seems ambitious. I can't wait to see if he can pull off something of this scale.
I have faith in him. The man's got talent.
Yeah, managing to successfully pull off an independent film with such limited resources would indeed be commendable. I hope he does it.
They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming.
Congratulations.
Hi, I heard the fantastic news. Heartiest congratulations on your achievement.
Thank you so much. It feels good to see that my efforts paid off.
Absolutely, it's well deserved. The recognition you're getting is the result of your hard work and determination.
It wasn't easy, but I tried to remain focused and committed.
That's the spirit. And it's a great message for everyone to keep moving towards their goals no matter how hard it gets. You've set a great example.
I appreciate your kind words. Thanks for your constant support as well. It's been a significant part in reaching where I am today.
It's my pleasure. I always had faith in your potential. Keep up the great work. I'm looking forward to your future victories.
Thanks again. I'll definitely keep pushing myself. And I hope to celebrate your achievements soon too.
Set out, start a journey or a mission.
Hey, have you heard about the new mission to Mars that NASA just announced?
Oh yes, I did. They're planning to set out next year, right?
Yes, exactly. It's interesting how far technology has come, allowing humans to make such tremendous leaps in space exploration.
Definitely, it's something that was unthinkable a few decades ago. Do you know any details about the upcoming mission?
I believe it's been named Mission Red Planet. The main objective is to find potential signs of life. They're planning to send a team of astronauts who will be on Mars for about 2 years.
That's quite a long time. The people chosen for this mission must really be daring and dedicated.
Absolutely. It's no less than an adventure, filled with risks and uncertainties.
True. It's an amazing leap for mankind, and I look forward to following their journey.
Expressing prohibition.
I was thinking about bringing my dog to the office tomorrow. He's really calm, and I thought it might brighten the day.
Actually, the office policy strictly prohibits pets. There's a concern about allergies and distractions.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. I thought I saw someone with a small dog last week.
That was a service animal, which is an exception. Regular pets aren't allowed at any time.
That makes sense. I wouldn't want to cause any issues. Are there any other similar rules I should be aware of?
Yes, there's also a strict no smoking policy within 50 feet of the office building, and personal deliveries are to be limited during work hours to avoid congestion and distractions.
Good to know. I'll make sure to comply with those rules. Thanks for letting me know.
No problem. It's always better to ask if you're unsure. That way, we can keep the office comfortable for everyone.
collecting things.
Do you have any collections? Any personal items you've accumulated over time?
Yes, I collect stamps. It might appear outdated, but it's really interesting. Each stamp tells its own story.
That's fascinating. I collect vintage postcards. They're like windows into the past.
I can imagine why that would be appealing. At the heart of it, I guess we're both interested in history.
Exactly. And multimedia, in a way. I love the combination of imagery and text on the postcards.
And I like seeing different designs of stamps from all over the world. Each one is a miniature artwork by itself.
We should swap notes sometime. There must be a fascinating intersection between our collections. Imagine a vintage postcard with a historical stamp.
Absolutely. They complement each other very well. This could add an entirely new dimension to our collecting.
Easy as pie, something is very simple or easy to do.
Good afternoon. I heard you've been exploring cooking during your free time. Is that true?
Yes, it is. Baking, to be specific. It has been a delightful stress reliever and learning experience.
I am impressed. Never thought the idea of turning raw ingredients into something so delightful could be captivating. Any favorites so far?
Well, I've been experimenting with a lot of recipes. But I always find myself coming back to baking pies. The whole process is somehow therapeutic to me.
Pies? Really? I always thought they were quite tricky to make.
That's a common misconception. Once you get the hang of it, making pies is as easy as pie. Trust me on this.
That's hard to believe. I suppose that's something you have to show me in person.
Absolutely. Let's schedule a baking day together. You will see, it will be fun and not as daunting as it seems.
Keep out of, stay away, or avoid a particular situation or place.
Hey, I heard there's going to be a huge music festival in town this weekend. Lots of cool bands are coming.
Yeah, I heard about that too. But I think I'm going to keep out of it.
Really? Why? You love music.
Yeah, but from what I know about these festivals, they can get really chaotic. Especially this one. Have you not heard about the incidents that happened last year?
Yeah, the media did cover it. But isn't that just part of the festival experience?
Well, it might be for some people. But, personally, I prefer to avoid such crowded and uncontrolled situations. I can enjoy music at home or in smaller concerts, no need to get into possible trouble at a huge, chaotic festival.
Understandable. Everyone has their own preferences.
Pass away, die, or succumb to death.
Hey, I didn't see you at John's memorial service. I thought you guys were close.
Yeah, we were. Unfortunately, I was out of town and couldn't make it. I was shocked to hear about his sudden departure. When did he pass away?
It happened last week. His heart just gave out, poor guy.
Oh, that's terrible. I wish I had gotten to see him one last time before he passed away.
I totally understand your feelings. He was indeed a great man.
Yes, he was indeed. We will all miss him dearly.
Absolutely. There's no one who can fill his shoes. He will remain in our hearts forever.
Indeed. May his soul rest in peace.
Call on, visit or request someone to do something.
Can you believe the weather we've been having? It's been nothing but rain all week.
I know. It's become quite inconvenient. I've had to push back my gardening plans because the yard is entirely too muddy.
It's the same situation here. I've been wanting to mow my lawn for the past week, but the unexpected showers have been such a hindrance.
While we wait for the weather to clear up, I wonder if we could use this time productively though. Maybe we could start a DIY indoor gardening project instead?
That sounds like a great idea. We should call on our neighbors to join in. They love such projects, and I think they're getting bored sitting at home too because of the rains.
That's a wonderful idea. Let's meet tonight to plan this out then. I'm sure they would love to participate.
Making promises.
I've been thinking a lot about our discussion last week. I know you're concerned about my reliability, so I want to make a promise to you.
That sounds serious. What kind of promise are you thinking about?
I promise to meet all our project deadlines from now on. I'll organize my schedule better and ensure I'm not the bottleneck anymore.
I appreciate that, but promises are pretty strong. How will you make sure you can keep this promise?
I've started using a new planning tool that helps prioritize my tasks and alerts me about deadlines. Plus, I'm committed to weekly check ins with you to discuss progress and any roadblocks.
That's reassuring to hear. Regular updates will definitely help. It's good to see you taking steps to change.
Yes, I'm serious about this. I don't want to let you or the team down again. You have my word.
Make do with, manage or cope with what is available.
Did you get your payslip?
Yes, I did.
What are you planning to do with your salary this month?
I'm planning to save it. I've been wanting to buy a new laptop for a while now. Unluckily, it's way too pricey for my current budget.
Are you sure it's prudent to spend so much money all at once?
I thought about it and it's difficult, but I realized that my old laptop is no longer serving me well.
It's your call. Wouldn't it be a good idea to make do with your old laptop for a bit longer and save more money? It could save you from potential financial constraints.
You may be right. It's possible for me to manage with my current laptop. I'll definitely consider your advice.
Checking for understanding.
So, just to make sure I've got everything right for our trip, we're planning to leave on Friday morning, right?
Yes, that's correct. We're aiming to leave by 8 a.m. so we can avoid the heavy traffic.
Okay, and we are driving there together in your car?
Exactly. We'll use my car. Did you also get the list of items we need to bring along?
I think so. We need camping gear, enough clothes for 3 days, food supplies, and the hiking map, right?
That's mostly right. But don't forget we also need to bring our own water bottles and a first aid kit.
Got it. Water bottles and a first aid kit. Anything else we're missing?
Just make sure your camera is charged. You mentioned wanting to take photos. Other than that, we're all set.
Perfect. Thanks for clarifying. I'm really looking forward to this.
Talking about health and illness.
Hey, how have you been? I heard you weren't feeling well.
Yeah, I had a bit of a nasty bout with the flu. I'm on the mend now, thankfully.
That's good to hear. The flu can really knock you off your feet. Did you get it checked out?
I did. The doctor prescribed some antiviral medication and plenty of rest.
That's the right thing to do. Health should always be a top priority. You know, I've been taking steps to boost my immune system.
Oh, really? What kind of steps?
Eating a well-balanced diet, staying hydrated, exercising regularly, and getting enough sleep. Not to mention, I also get a flu shot every year.
That's smart. I usually neglect my health until I get sick. I think I need to make some changes.
We often don't realize the importance of good health until we lose it. But it's never too late to start.
Expressing regret.
Hey, I've been meaning to bring something up.
Yeah. What's it?
It's about last weekend's party. I realized that my behavior was out of line. I regret being so rude.
Oh, I see. I didn't expect you to bring this up.
Well, I've been stewing over it. My actions might have soured the mood and ruined the night for others.
Honestly, yes, it did affect the overall vibe.
I regret it. I let the stress of my personal issues influence my behavior. It's no excuse, but it's why I acted out.
I'm glad you recognized it, and it's brave of you to admit it.
I hope to make up for it. I plan on apologizing to everyone individually. It's the least I can do.
That's a good start, and I believe it shows true remorse and a willingness to change.
Go up against, compete or challenge someone or something.
Hey, did you hear about the local chess championship next month?
Yeah, I did. Are you planning to compete?
I'm seriously considering it. But the thing is, I am well aware that Harry is going to participate as well.
So, you mean to say you're worried about going up against him?
Exactly. He's the reigning champ. He has an incredible track record and his strategic moves are quite formidable. You saw the last competition, didn't you?
I did, and yes, I agree, he's one tough opponent. But that shouldn't stop you from participating. Remember, every champion was once a competitor.
You're right, I should consider it as a good opportunity to test my skills and not as a threat. Thanks for the pep talk.
No problem, I'm looking forward to seeing you compete.
Cut across, take a shorter route or shortcut.
Hi, I noticed you've been walking home the same way as me. Have you ever considered using that alley to cut across to the other side?
What alley are you referring to?
You know, the one just after the library. The paved road that runs behind it.
Isn't that too desolate? I mean, I hardly see anyone using that route.
Yes, it's not heavily trafficked, but it's completely safe during daytime. I've been using it for years. By cutting across through there, I easily shave off a good 10 minutes from my walk home.
Really? I hadn't thought of that alley as a shortcut. Maybe I could give it a try tomorrow.
Great idea. You'd be surprised how much time you save. Just make sure it's still daytime when you use it.
Don't cry over spilled milk. Don't waste time worrying about things that have already happened and can't be changed.
Hey, have you seen my car keys? I've looked everywhere, but I can't seem to find them.
Did you check the kitchen countertop?
Yeah, they're not there. The only place left is the locked study room. Now it's a standstill since I left the keys inside.
Don't cry over spilled milk, you know? You need to stay calm and think of a rational way out of this.
I know you're right, but it's just. This isn't the first time. I'm always misplacing things, and it becomes so frustrating.
Everyone makes mistakes. That shouldn't stop you from becoming better. Can we call a locksmith?
I guess we could. Yeah, okay, let's do that.
Good. In the meantime, try to think about some ways you can improve this, like maybe attach your keys to something bigger or put them in a specific place every day.
Fight back, defend yourself or resist an attack or challenge.
I was watching a nature documentary yesterday about the survival of animals in the wilderness. It's really tough out there.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
Yes, there was a scene where a small armadillo had to fight back a larger predator. It was intense.
That's nature for you. Every creature has to fight back to survive, no exceptions.
True. It reminded me of our own human society. We might not have to fend off predators, but every day, we still have our own battles to fight.
Indeed, we do. Be it against our inner demons or external problems, we must constantly fight back to ensure our survival.
Absolutely. It's a universal rule, no matter the species.
Such is life, I guess. Full of challenges and opportunities to prove yourself.
Pass 4. Be accepted or mistaken as something.
Did you hear about the drama club's new play? They're performing Hamlet with a modern twist.
Really? That sounds like quite a challenge. I heard Robert is playing the lead.
Yes, and the strange thing is, with a little makeup and costuming, he's remarkably able to pass for a perfect Hamlet. On stage, you'd swear he was the melancholic Dane himself.
That's impressive. Robert always struck me as more of a sunny, extrovert type of guy.
I thought the same, but he's really delving into the character. Acting can truly transform a person.
Sure sounds like it. I'm convinced now. I definitely want to see this play.
Great. We could make a night out of it. Let's grab a dinner before the play. What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. Looking forward to it.
Expressing obligation.
I've been thinking a lot about my role in the community garden project. I feel like I really need to step up my involvement.
It's great to hear you feel committed. Is there something specific you think you should be doing?
Yes, I believe I'm obligated to take on more responsibility. Many of us rely on the garden for fresh produce, and I have the time to contribute more effectively.
That's a strong commitment. What are you planning to do?
I want to organize a schedule for watering and weeding, and perhaps start a fund for necessary tools and seeds. I think it's important for sustainability.
It sounds like you're really dedicated to making a difference. I'm sure everyone will appreciate your efforts.
I hope so. It feels like the right thing to do, especially since the garden benefits so many in our neighborhood.
With your organization skills, I'm confident the garden will thrive even more. Let me know how I can help.
Come about, happen or occur.
Hey, did you hear about Jack's surprise party last night?
No, I must have missed that. How did it come about?
Well, Jack's been having a pretty rough couple of weeks at work. So, his girlfriend thought it was time to lift his spirits.
Sounds like a good plan. But Jack isn't much of a party person. How did she convince him to go?
Funny story, she told him they were going for a quiet dinner. He had no idea until everyone started yelling surprise at him.
That must have been quite a shock for him. I'm sorry I missed it.
Oh, don't worry. There's a video of the whole thing. His reaction was priceless.
I can't wait to see that. I guess every cloud does have a silver lining, huh?
Expressing indifference.
Have you seen the new science fiction film that's just hit the theaters?
I heard about it, but truthfully, I haven't really given it much thought.
But the reviews are absolutely amazing. Don't you want to see it?
I've never been a big fan of science fiction, so it doesn't make a difference to me if it's great or not.
I never knew you felt that way. I've always seen you as an all-rounder when it came to movies.
Yeah, I'd watch just about anything, but science fiction isn't high on my list. I'd likely not enjoy it as much, and would rather spend my time elsewhere.
Well, perhaps we can find a different movie to catch your interest?
Oh, whatever. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me if we watch a movie or do something else entirely.
Pay off, succeed or yield a positive result.
Hey, remember that ancient guitar I had gathering dust in my attic?
Yeah, the one you found during spring cleaning? What happened to it?
Well, I decided to take some lessons online. I always enjoyed music, so I thought it was worth a shot.
That sounds fantastic. How's it going?
It's better than I ever imagined. My teacher is brilliant, and I've already learned how to play a couple songs.
Wow, so your decision to learn guitar really seemed to pay off.
It certainly did. I didn't know how much joy it would bring. I'm even thinking about joining a local amateur band soon.
That's amazing. Persistence and curiosity really do pay off sometimes, don't they?
Get ahead of, outpace or surpass someone or something.
Hey, I recently heard about your plan to hike the Himalayas during winter. That seems a bit too challenging, don't you think?
Yeah, it does. But that's the whole thrill of it. After all, we only live once.
True. But remember that trek you tried last winter? You ended up sick for quite a while. Then there are dangers like avalanches and frostbite in such harsh conditions.
I know. I have given it all a lot of thought. The important thing is to not give up on your dreams. If I happen to face any danger, I'll make sure to consider safety first.
That's the spirit. But please ensure to prepare well. You don't want to give up on the hike halfway due to underestimating the challenge.
Absolutely. Preparation and caution are my top protocols.
Pay back, repay money or a favor to someone.
You seem in high spirits. What's the good news?
I finally got a new job. And the kind of job I always wished to have.
Wow, congrats. However, I also loved the homemade cupcakes from your mini bakery during the lockdown.
Well, that was just to keep going. You know, I had lost my job and was low on savings.
I remember. That's why we regularly ordered from your bakery.
Yes, you guys were the pillars. And now that I'm back on my feet, I want to pay back.
Pay back? You don't owe us anything.
I do owe you guys a lot. You helped me through a challenging time, and I plan to host a thank you dinner for all my friends who supported me.
Asking directions.
Excuse me, could you help me? I seem to be lost. I'm trying to find the museum.
Absolutely, I'd be happy to help. You're not far off. You'll want to head down this road until you reach the big roundabout.
The roundabout by the public library?
That's the one. When you reach it, take the second exit onto the high street. The museum will be on your left-hand side, right after the cinema.
I see. So let me get this straight. Go down this road, take the second exit at the roundabout, and I'll see the cinema and the museum is right after it.
Yes, you got it right. And if you reach the park, means that you've gone too far.
That's perfect. I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. Enjoy your visit to the museum.
Asking for clarification.
You mentioned the meeting next week, but I'm not sure about the details. Could you clarify when and where it's happening?
Oh, sure. It's scheduled for Wednesday at 10 a.m. We're meeting in the main conference room on the second floor.
Wednesday at 10. Got it. And who needs to be there from our team?
Everyone from our department is expected to attend. Plus, the project managers from the client side will be there too.
Okay, that makes sense. What's the main focus of the meeting? Do we need to prepare anything specific?
The main focus is to go over the project timelines and discuss any adjustments. It would be good if you could bring the latest project reports and any relevant data you have.
All right, I'll make sure to have those documents ready. Is there anything else that needs to be addressed?
That should cover it. Just make sure the data includes the updates from last week.
Will do. Thanks for clearing that up.
Expressing obligation.
Hey, I was thinking about our conversation about volunteering at the animal shelter.
Oh, yes. What about it?
I believe it's our obligation, as citizens and animal lovers, to donate a part of our time to such causes.
That's certainly true. Despite our busy schedules, it's necessary to find time for activities that contribute positively to the community.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I've decided to spend my weekends at the shelter.
That's a noble idea. Actually, me too have been feeling the same sense of responsibility lately. I think I should join you.
That's great to hear. I believe we also need to inspire others to take up similar initiatives, fostering kindness and responsibility.
Indeed, every small effort counts. The obligation starts from us, and hopefully others will follow.
Let's turn this sense of obligation into action. Let's give hope to those little souls at the shelter.
Expressing shock.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed.
Did you hear about the old theater downtown? It burned down last night.
What? The Grandview Theater? That can't be true.
Yes, it's true. I couldn't believe it myself until I saw the news coverage. The entire building is gone.
That's shocking. I just went to a show there last month. It was such a historic landmark.
I know, it's a huge loss for the community. They said it was an electrical fire that spread quickly through the old wiring.
That's terrible. Were there any injuries reported?
Thankfully, no. It happened late at night when no one was inside.
That's at least one piece of good news. Do they plan to rebuild it?
It's unclear at the moment. There's going to be a community meeting next week to discuss it.
I hope they do rebuild. It was such an important part of our town. I need to read up on this myself. What a shock.
To play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got.
Get ahead of, outpace or surpass someone or something.
I overheard the coaches talking about the track team selection this morning.
Oh, really? Do you know who made the cut?
They mentioned a few names. It seems like they look favorably upon those who've shown significant improvement lately, not just those with natural speed.
That's interesting. I know I've been trying to get ahead of Jones in sprinting.
Well, you've certainly put in a lot of work for it. I remember you used to lag behind him by about 4 seconds back when the training started.
Yes, I've been pushing myself hard. I've managed to outpace him in a few practice matches as well, if only by a slim margin.
That's great. Keep up with your efforts, and you might just surpass him in the final cut. You never know what's going to happen.
Traffic jams.
You know, I can't stand traffic jams. It feels like such a huge waste of time.
I completely agree. It's terribly frustrating not being able to do anything but wait.
That's true. And the worst part is, you can't even predict when they will occur. You might leave an hour early for work and still be late.
Yes, and sometimes, just when you think it's cleared up, it starts all over again.
Exactly. I've started looking for alternatives like using a bike or public transport just to avoid traffic jams.
That seems a good idea. I'm thinking of carpooling or using ride shares. It's a bit comforting to think that fewer cars could mean lesser traffic.
Definitely. Plus, it's better for the environment. But it's going to take a significant lifestyle change to make a noticeable difference.
That's very true. It's a problem worth brainstorming for solutions.
A penny for your thoughts, a way of asking someone what they are thinking.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
Did you know you can see other galaxies with your naked eye?
Seriously? That's incredible. It really puts into perspective how massive the universe truly is.
Absolutely. Just think of the countless stars, worlds, and possible forms of life that must exist out there. It's like an endless sea of mysteries waiting to be revealed.
True. But considering the vastness of the universe, it makes our own world seem so trivial and insignificant.
Indeed. But don't you also find it somewhat comforting? Despite the universe's sheer size, we still have the capacity to understand, explore, and contribute to it.
You've been silent for quite some time. A penny for your thoughts?
Well, I was just pondering on how privileged we are to be part of this grand cosmos, to appreciate its beauty, and to pursue knowledge about it, despite our own fleeting existence.
House decoration.
Hello? I was thinking about redecorating my house. And I wanted some ideas.
That sounds exciting. What type of style do you prefer?
I prefer a modern but homey feel.
Great. I'd suggest light and cool colors for the walls to give it a spacious, fresh feel. You could also use mirrors to emphasize the openness of your rooms.
That sounds good. What about furniture?
Go for comfortable yet sleek furniture. Choose functional items that complement each other. Upholstery in neutral colors with accents of bold colors in the form of cushions or throws would look good.
I never thought about throws. Good idea. What about the kitchen and dining room?
The kitchen can be kept minimalistic with smartly concealed storage. For the dining room, a statement dining table with chic chairs would give off a trendy yet inviting vibe.
Wonderful ideas. I can't wait to get started now. Thanks for the suggestions.
Asking directions.
Excuse me, I'm trying to find the library. Could you point me in the right direction?
Sure, you're actually pretty close. You'll need to go down the street for about 2 blocks, then take a left at the traffic light.
A left at the traffic light, got it. And after that?
After you turn, go straight until you see a big park on your right. The library is just across from the park. It's a large brick building, you can't miss it.
Okay, down the street, left at the light, then look for the park. Does it take long to get there by walking?
Not really. It should only be about a 10-minute walk from here.
Perfect. Thank you so much for helping out.
No problem at all. Enjoy your time at the library.
I'm so proud of you.
Guess what? I finally finished my thesis and submitted it today.
Really? That's amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thanks. It feels like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
I can imagine. You've been working so hard on it for months. How do you feel now?
Relieved and excited. Now I can finally relax a bit and enjoy my free time.
You deserve it. All those late nights and early mornings paid off. What's next for you?
I'm thinking about taking a short vacation before I start looking for jobs. I need a break.
That sounds like a great plan. Where are you thinking of going?
Maybe somewhere warm and relaxing, like a beach destination. I just want to unwind.
That's a perfect idea. A little getaway will do you good. You've earned it.
Thanks. I'm looking forward to it. And after that, it's time to dive into the job search.
You'll do great. With your skills and hard work, any company would be lucky to have you.
I hope so. Thanks for all your support along the way.
Anytime. I'm always here for you.
Go down with, become ill with a specific illness.
Hey, have you heard about Mike lately?
Not really. The last time we talked was a couple of weeks ago. Why do you ask?
He's not been in good shape. Apparently, he's gone down with the flu.
Oh no, that's quite unfortunate. The flu can be really nasty sometimes.
Yes, he had a high fever and was bedridden. I tried calling him, but he barely had the strength to talk.
That's quite serious. I hope he's taking his medications.
Yes, he is. His family's taking good care of him. They even called in the doctor when his condition deteriorated. I just hope he recovers soon.
Indeed. I will send him a get well soon message and maybe some soup. That might cheer him up a bit.
By the skin of your teeth, to succeed, but just barely.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense.
Hey, how did your driving test go?
Although I faced several challenges initially, I got my license.
Oh, really? So you passed it easily?
Not so easy. I passed by the skin of my teeth.
What do you mean?
I mean to say, I barely made it through. During the parallel parking test, I almost bumped the pole. And when asked about the traffic rules, I forgot a few of them. But the inspector considered my confusion due to nervousness.
Looks like you had a tough time. You must be relieved that it turned out well.
Absolutely. I was overwhelmed with joy when the inspector handed me the license.
Well, that's great. Practice more and drive safe. Remember, the real test begins now.
Yes, of course. Real streets are tougher than the practical exams. Thank you for your advice. I'll be careful.
They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous. But I don't give a fuck.
Keep off, stay away from or avoid something.
Hey, I noticed you didn't come to the gym with us yesterday. We really missed you at the spin class.
Yeah, I've decided to keep off the whole gym scene for a bit.
Really? But you were so dedicated. What happened?
Well, I read an article about how traditional workouts might not be the healthiest option for me right now. It went in depth about the benefits of outdoor physical activities over indoor ones.
That's interesting, but gyms also have their own benefits. You don't have to completely abandon them.
Yes, I know, but this is just something I wanted to experiment with. I figured a change of pace could be beneficial.
Sounds like you've thought this out. Remember, the most important thing is to listen to your body.
Definitely, and that's what I'm doing.
Admitting mistakes.
I need to talk to you about the last project. I've realized there were several errors in my part of the report.
Okay, I did notice some discrepancies. What exactly went wrong?
It was the data analysis section. I misinterpreted the figures, which skewed our overall conclusions. I'm really sorry about this.
I appreciate your honesty. How do we fix this?
I've already started revising the section. I plan to double check all the data with a more accurate method and correct the analysis by tomorrow.
That sounds like a good plan. Do you need any help with it?
Yes, if you could review my revisions, that would be helpful. I want to make sure it's all accurate this time.
Absolutely. I'll look over it as soon as you're done. It's important we get this right. Thanks for stepping up and fixing it.
Expressing disappointment.
I was really looking forward to the concert next week, but it just got canceled. They said it was due to unforeseen circumstances.
That's really disappointing, especially since you've been talking about it for months.
Yeah, I had everything planned out. It was going to be a special night out after such a long time.
Have they mentioned anything about rescheduling? Or maybe a refund?
They said they'll try to reschedule, but no definite dates yet. Refunds are available, but I was really more excited about the experience.
Understandable, it's not just about the money. It's about the anticipation and the experience.
Exactly. Now, I'm just stuck with no plans and a bit of a sour mood.
Let's find something else to do. Maybe there's another event or a different concert we can check out.
Maybe I'll have to see what's available. Thanks for suggesting that. It might help to look forward to something else.
Interrupting people.
You know what I really don't appreciate? When people interrupt me while talking. It's really disrespectful.
Sure, I get that. Interrupting someone can seem like you're not valuing their thoughts.
Exactly. It gives off an impression that what they have to say is more important than what I'm currently saying.
Well, sometimes people interrupt not because they think they're more important, but because they might forget their thought if they don't say it immediately.
That's understandable. But they should at least wait for a pause. It's a matter of courtesy not to cut someone off in the middle of their sentence.
Agreed, timing is key. Although sometimes interruptions help to clarify misunderstandings quickly.
That's true. Maybe we should all learn to interrupt politely, if necessary, instead of outright bashing the practice.
Yes, interrupting with grace and mutual respect can lead to productive conversations.
Giving bad news.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky.
I need to talk to you about something important. It's about our weekend plans to go hiking.
Sure, what's up?
I just found out that the national park we were planning to visit has been closed due to unexpected maintenance. They're saying it might take a few weeks.
Oh no, that's disappointing. We had everything planned out.
I know, I was really looking forward to it too. I'm sorry for the sudden change.
It's not your fault. These things happen. Do you think we could find another place to hike? Maybe something local?
That's a good idea. There are a couple of other trails not too far from here. I can look up some information and see if any of them would be suitable for us.
Please do. Let's try to keep the plan of hiking this weekend alive. Even if it's somewhere else.
Agreed, I'll send you the details tonight. Hopefully, we can still make it a great outing.
Thanks for handling this. Let's hope for the best.
Keep in touch, maintain contact or communication with someone.
Have you caught up with Maria lately?
No, not really. We had a bit of a fallout about a year ago. Haven't spoken since.
That's unfortunate. You used to be such good friends. Maybe you should reach out to her and see if you can patch things up.
I've thought about it, but I'm not sure how she'd react. I did mess up pretty badly, if I say so myself.
Sometimes it's worth the risk. Good friends are hard to come by. Besides, I'm sure time has cooled the situation.
You're right, I'll give it a shot. Regardless of the past, it's important to keep in touch with those who were once close to us.
That's the spirit. Just be honest and sincere in your approach, and things might just fall back in place.
Keep back, retain or withhold something.
Hey, did you hear about the old library building they're planning to demolish?
Yes, I heard about it today. It's such a historic place. I wish there was a way we could save it.
I was thinking the same thing. Perhaps we could appeal to the city council, tell them about its importance. Maybe that could keep them from tearing it down.
That sounds like a good idea, but do you think it will work? After all, they seem determined to go through with their plans.
Well, we won't know unless we try. Lots of things have been saved from destruction when communities have banded together. Do you want to help?
I think it's definitely worth a shot. Let's start gathering support and drafting our appeal today.
Asking for clarification.
Yesterday, I read an article about photosynthesis in nocturnal plants. It mentioned that they function differently from normal plants.
Hold on. Did you mean to say that nocturnal plants perform photosynthesis at night?
No, that's a misconception. They perform photosynthesis during the day, but open their stomata at night to take in carbon dioxide.
So they store the carbon dioxide for use during the day then?
Yes, exactly. They preserve water this way, as opening stomata during the day causes a lot of water loss.
Ah, I see. So, this nocturnal photosynthesis is a survival adaptation for dry conditions?
Correct. It's commonly found in plants dwelling in arid regions, as they have developed this as a method to survive scarce water conditions.
I got it now. That's indeed different from what regular plants do. Interesting how nature adapts to challenging situations.
Holiday economy.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy.
Have you ever thought about how holidays impact the economy?
I haven't given it much thought. I assume there's a significant effect though.
Absolutely. Extra spending during holiday time serves as a massive economic stimulus. It's not just limited to retail. The hospitality sector also benefits.
I can see that. People travel, which means more spending on hotels, restaurants, and transport. Not to mention holiday bonuses that allow for more spending.
Exactly. And don't forget about the seasonal jobs that holidays create.
Right, businesses often need extra hands during busy holiday periods.
Moreover, holidays also drive growth in other sectors. Think about hiking gear retailers during long weekends, or the boost to pumpkin sales during Halloween.
I never realized the depth of it. It's beneficial to the economy. But I wonder how sustainable it is given the current environmental issues.
Good point. That's a whole other conversation.
But I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly, I'm not.
Beat around the bush, to avoid speaking directly about an issue.
Have you found any interesting books to read lately?
Actually, I ended up grabbing a new one from the bookstore downtown yesterday. It's called The Unseen Path. It is about an explorer's life in unforgiving terrains.
That sounds intriguing. Is there anything specific that drew you to it?
Well, the synopsis was compelling talks about the protagonist's journey and how he faces life's hardships. But, in a way, I also see it as an escape from reality.
You use reading as a distraction. Anything particular you are trying to avoid?
I suppose there is something. It's not something I discuss openly.
You keep beat around the bush, my friend. I wish you would just open up about what is bothering you. Remember, a problem halved is a problem solved.
Perhaps you're right. I've been avoiding it. It's time I confronted it head on. Thanks.
Disagreeing.
I really think we should take the highway. It's the quickest route according to the map.
Actually, I'd prefer to take the scenic route along the coast. It might be slower, but it's much more beautiful.
But considering the traffic at this time of day, the highway will save us at least 20 minutes.
I understand that. But every time we take the highway, it feels so rushed. The coastal route could be a nice change, even if it takes a bit longer.
I get your point about the scenery, but my concern is mainly about time. We have that dinner reservation, and I don't want to be late.
What if we leave a bit earlier? That way, we can enjoy the drive without worrying about being late.
That could work, but it means rushing now instead of later. Are you sure it's worth the extra time?
I think it would be. It's not just about the destination, right? The journey itself should be enjoyable too.
Talking about occupations.
Hi, it's been a while. What's keeping you busy these days?
Yes, quite some time. I've actually switched jobs recently.
That's great. It's always interesting to explore a new field. What job are you doing now?
I'm working as a book editor now. It's surprisingly different from my old job as a journalist, but still revolves around writing.
Sounds fascinating. What sparked this switch?
I've always loved reading and admired how word manipulation can drastically change a book's impact. I wanted some change, and this role seemed like a fitting challenge.
Wow, that's quite a change. But I can see how your love for words makes it an appealing switch. I'm still crunching numbers as a financial analyst.
Sticking to your passion for puzzles, then?
Absolutely. The challenge of unraveling financial mysteries is still as captivating as ever.
Glad we've both found ways to live our passions. It really matters, doesn't it?
Without a doubt, job satisfaction is crucial.
Ability.
How you doing? I've noticed you seem to be learning to play piano pretty well.
Yes, that's true. Been practicing daily.
I must admit, I'm a bit surprised. I didn't realize you had that ability.
To be honest, neither did I. It's part of my recent self-discovery process.
That's fantastic. It's a beautiful thing to uncover new abilities within yourself.
Yes, it is. I never thought I could learn an instrument, but I'm really enjoying it.
We all have hidden abilities. It's just about digging deep and finding them.
Indeed. And I've learned it's more about perseverance than talent.
Exactly. Many think ability is the key. But perseverance cultivates ability.
Agreed. I wonder what else I might be able to do if I push myself a bit.
The possibilities are endless. It's fascinating how much potential resides within each of us.
Down the drain, wasted or lost completely.
I had a collection of rare coins, which I kept in a safe in my home.
I remember you mentioning that a long time ago. You were quite passionate about it.
I was. Each coin had a history and a story to tell. But you know what? Those coins are all gone now.
What? How did that happen?
Last month, I decided to sell them to pay for my daughter's college tuition. But, when I finally opened the safe, it was empty.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Do you have any idea what happened?
Sadly, I suspect it was my nephew. He has a history of sticky fingers. God knows where all those coins are now.
That's really tough. All those years of collecting. Down the drain just like that?
Yes, down the drain indeed. But, at least my daughter's college education isn't compromised. That's what matters the most right now.
Asking and giving instructions.
Hey, could you help me set up the new software I downloaded? I'm not sure where to begin.
Of course. First, did you download the installer file from their official website?
Yes, I've got the file on my desktop.
Great. Double-click on that file to start the installation process. It should open a setup wizard.
Okay, it's opening now. There's a window asking for installation preferences. Should I just go with the default settings?
For now, yes. The default settings should be fine for what you need. Just continue and accept the license agreement when prompted.
Done. Now it's asking to choose the installation directory. Should I change it?
No need to change it unless you have a specific reason. The default directory will work just fine.
Okay, it's installing now. What should I do after it finishes?
Once it's done, you might need to restart your computer. After that, you can open the program from your Start menu.
Got it. Thanks for walking me through this.
Anytime. Let me know how it goes once you start using it.
To be a Soho.
I've been considering the idea of becoming a Soho. The recent growth of working from home seems enticing.
A Soho work life could surely give you more flexibility. But are you ready for the isolation and self-discipline it requires?
Well, it is a concern, but the idea of avoiding office politics and daily commuting outweighs it for me.
But what about the social interaction and collaborative environment of a traditional workplace?
It's a valid point, but modern technology can replicate much of that through video calls and online collaboration tools.
Yet you need to prepare for handling troubleshooting, maintenance, and miscellaneous tasks that are usually taken care of by the office admin.
I know it's not all sunshine and rainbows, but the potential for greater work-life balance and autonomy is worth the trade-offs for me.
If you manage the challenges well, it's certainly an appealing lifestyle to consider. I wish you all the best in your adventure.
Making friends.
Making friends has always been challenging for me. I generally find it hard to connect with people in a meaningful way.
I totally understand that. What do you think is the core issue?
Maybe I put too much pressure on myself. I worry about saying the right thing, and then I often end up not saying anything at all.
But for many people, friendship isn't about finding the perfect words. It's about shared experiences, loyalty, and emotional support.
That's true, but I struggle to initiate those shared experiences. I worry I'm not interesting enough.
Honestly, everyone has something interesting to share. Remember, friendship isn't a performance, it's about mutual respect, care, and understanding.
I think I need to remember that more often. I just tend to overthink things.
Overthinking can be a block, indeed. Just be yourself. People value authenticity more than a perfect performance. You'll find your group.
Expressing cause and effect.
I noticed our sales dipped this quarter. I think it's directly linked to the limited inventory we've had on popular items.
Yes, the shortage did affect our numbers. But why was our inventory so low?
It was a cascade effect. The initial delay from our suppliers was due to new trade regulations, which slowed down the shipping considerably.
So the regulation changes caused the supplier delays, which in turn caused our inventory shortages.
Exactly. And because of those shortages, we couldn't meet customer demand, which ultimately led to the sales drop.
That makes sense. How can we mitigate this moving forward?
We need to diversify our suppliers and possibly stockpile essential items. Also, improving our demand forecasting might help us anticipate and adjust better.
Good ideas. Let's start looking for additional suppliers and review our forecasting methods. We can't afford another hit like this.
Talking about feelings.
I've been feeling a bit overwhelmed lately. It seems like everything is just piling up. You know?
That sounds tough. What's been going on?
It's a mix of things: work, family, and I guess just the pace of everything. It feels like I'm constantly trying to catch up.
I understand that. Do you feel like you have any time to relax or do things you enjoy?
Not really. That's part of the problem. I used to go for runs in the evenings, but I haven't found the time recently.
Maybe it's important to try and carve out that time again. Running could be a good break for you, a way to clear your head.
You're right. I think I need to prioritize it. Even if it's just a short run. It might help manage the stress better.
Definitely. And if you ever need to talk or vent, I'm here. Sometimes just talking about what's going on can help a lot.
Chinese medical therapy.
Have you ever heard about Chinese medical therapy?
Yes, I have heard about it. Acupuncture and herbal medications are quite popular. Aren't they?
Yes, those are common forms, but Chinese medicine also involves moxibustion, cupping, massage, and diet.
Cupping? I heard it helps with pain and inflammation.
Right. It involves placing cups on your skin to create suction and facilitate healing. Acupuncture, on the other hand, involves inserting thin needles into specific points on the body.
Those therapies sound interesting. Are they scientifically proven?
More studies are being done, but there is evidence suggesting that they can be effective. Traditional Chinese medicine is all about restoring balance in the body.
I see. I think having a holistic approach to health is commendable.
Absolutely. It's all about considering the mind, body, and soul as a whole system.
Look into, investigate or examine something.
Can you believe that our favorite bakery is closing down?
Really? But their cinnamon rolls are the best in town.
That's what I thought too. But I overheard one of the staff saying they haven't been doing well in terms of profit.
That's hard to believe. Is it possible that there are mismanagement issues the owner isn't aware of?
Could be. But until verified facts are out there, it's just speculation at the moment.
Right. Someone should look into this matter. It would be a shame if issues other than the bakery's performance were behind its demise.
I absolutely agree. If there is a chance to save the bakery, an investigation could potentially do it. I will miss their cinnamon rolls too much if it goes away.
Me too. I hope they can turn things around.
Giving directions.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Greetings. I seem to be lost. I need to get to Mill Avenue. Do you know where that is?
Absolutely. You're not too far off. First, turn left at the next intersection.
The intersection by the convenience store?
Yes, that's correct. Turn left there, then continue straight for about 2 miles. You'll pass a school and a large park.
All right. A left at the intersection. Anything else?
Yes, you will then see a roundabout. Take the third exit onto Pine Street.
Okay. Take the third exit at the roundabout onto Pine Street.
Correct. From there, continue until you reach a crossroads. Mill Avenue is the road turning right.
Fantastic. Thank you for your help.
Anytime, I'm happy to assist. Safe travels. You're going to find Mill Avenue in no time.
Giving good news.
Hello. Do you have a moment? I wanted to share some good news with you.
Of course, I have time. What's the good news?
You remember my sister was trying to get into a medical school, right?
Yes, I do. She's been preparing for that for a long time.
Well, she finally received her acceptance letter. She's been accepted into Harvard Medical School.
Wow, that's incredible news. I'm really happy for her. Harvard is one of the best institutions in the world.
Exactly, and we are all so proud of her. She's worked really hard and it's been her dream for so long.
It's great to see hard work pay off like this. Please pass on my congratulations to her.
I certainly will. This is a big step for her. And we all can't wait to see what she'll achieve next.
No doubt she'll do great things. That's wonderful news, indeed.
Making friends.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a
Hey, I saw you at the community center the other day. You were playing guitar, right?
Yeah, that was me. I like to practice there sometimes. It's quieter than my apartment.
That's cool. I play a bit of piano. Maybe we could jam sometime?
I'd like that. It's always fun to play with someone new. What kind of music are you into?
Mostly jazz and some classic rock. How about you?
I'm really into folk and indie. But I play a bit of everything. Jazz sounds like a fun challenge.
Great, we should definitely set something up. Do you usually have free time on weekends?
Most weekends, yes. How about next Saturday? We could meet at the community center.
Next Saturday works for me. It'll be fun to mix our styles. Looking forward to it.
Me too. It's nice to make a new friend with similar interests. See you then.
I think of you and all the shit you don't do.
Pass 4. Be accepted or mistaken as something.
Did you hear about the charity run happening this weekend at the park?
Oh yes, I've got a couple of friends participating. I think it's great how the community comes together for events like this.
I agree. By the way, could you pass out these flyers at your office? They contain details about the event and even instructions on how to donate.
Sure, I can do that. My colleagues would certainly be interested. Why don't you join us?
I'm tempted to join the race, but I only run if something is chasing me. I'd likely pass out before even reaching the finish line.
Well, you won't know until you try. Besides, nothing like some friendly competition to motivate you, right?
Maybe you're right. I suppose I could start training.
That's the spirit.
Look forward to, anticipate or be excited about something in the future.
Hey, how have you been? It feels like it has been an age since we last spoke.
I know, right? I've been keeping myself busy with this and that. But tell me, what's new with you?
Well, I decided to take the plunge and start art classes. I've always enjoyed sketching and painting, and I've regretted not honing my skills for a while now. So, I finally enrolled in a course.
That sounds incredible. Knowing you, I bet you will be great at it. When do you start?
The first class is next Saturday, and I couldn't be more excited. It's like a dream come true for me.
Always wonderful to hear about someone following their passion. Trust me, you will enjoy every moment of it.
Thanks, I truly look forward to it.
Accusing.
I noticed you reading my private journal yesterday. Why would you invade my privacy?
No, I wasn't reading your journal. I was looking for my lost pen.
You expect me to believe that you conveniently lost your pen there? The journal was on my desk, next to my computer.
Yes, that's where I last used my pen. I was recalling where I had been in the room when I lost it.
This isn't about a pen. You have exhibited this lack of regard for my privacy before. Remember when you went through my mail?
I misunderstood the situation then and sincerely apologized. In this case, I did not read your journal. I respect your privacy.
Your words don't reconcile with your actions. Can you promise not to intrude into my space again?
I assure you, this won't repeat. Regardless of any circumstances, I will respect your boundaries.
Expressing preferences.
Have you decided on the theme for the annual meet yet? I have a few ideas I'd like to suggest.
Not yet. I'm open to suggestions. What are you thinking?
I prefer something modern and tech-oriented. Maybe a theme like the future of innovation. It ties well with our industry's focus.
That's an interesting idea. I was leaning towards something more traditional, like back to basics, focusing on core values and practices.
I see your point, but my preference is for something that looks forward, given all the advancements in our field. It might energize the team more.
True, energizing the team is crucial. Perhaps we can merge the ideas, incorporate core values with a focus on future technologies.
That could work. A combination might indeed cater to a broader audience. Let's sketch out how this could be integrated and present. To the committee.
Agreed. Let's draft something and see how it comes together.
Talking about jobs.
So, what do you do for work?
I'm a graphic designer. I work mostly with digital media, creating visuals for websites and apps. How about you?
I'm a high school teacher. I teach biology and environmental science. It's pretty rewarding.
That sounds interesting. What's it like being a teacher?
It's challenging but fulfilling. I love seeing students get excited about science and learn new things. And graphic design, that must be creative, right?
Absolutely, it's creative and every project is different. It keeps things exciting. I also freelance on the side, which allows me to work on a variety of projects.
Sounds like you have a good mix of stability and variety.
I try to. It keeps the work fresh. And teaching must keep you on your toes too, with new students every year.
Definitely, no 2 days are the same. It's what I love about it.
Get cold feet, to become anxious or nervous about something.
Hey, are we still on for the skydiving adventure tomorrow?
Well, about that,
Don't tell me you're backing out now.
I'm not exactly backing out, I'm just unsure.
You're starting to get cold feet. It's common, happens to the best of us before a big jump.
Yes, exactly. The concept of free falling from thousands of feet high. It's slightly terrifying.
We have professional instructors and top of the line equipment. There's very, very little risk involved.
I know, I'm aware of that logically. But emotionally, it's a different story.
The excitement beats the fear, trust me. Once you take the plunge, you'll feel like flying.
You seem so confident about it.
I've been where you are, it's natural to be scared. But you won't regret it, I promise.
All right, I'll think about it again. Thanks for understanding.
Take your time. Just remember, let's not let fear spoil the fun.
Actions speak louder than words. What people do is more important than what they say.
Hey, have you noticed the new guy at the gym? He claims he'll become the next bodybuilding champion.
Yeah, I've overheard his boastful claims couple of times. Actions speak louder than words, after all.
Exactly. He keeps boasting about his plans, but I haven't seen him actually taking it seriously and working hard.
It's pretty common, you know? Many people claim they will do this and that, but in the end, they don't pursue it sincerely.
Yes, true. Commitment and hard work are what really count. Not just saying things, but putting it into practice.
You're right. It's the hard work behind, the scenes which often differentiate successful people from the rest. You can talk all you like, but if you don't act on your words, it doesn't mean anything.
I couldn't agree more. We should remember that actions speak louder than words and apply it to our daily lives as well. It's the only way we can truly grow and achieve our goals.
Break a leg, a phrase used to wish someone good luck, often in a theatrical context.
I wanted to tell you earlier, but I knew you'd be swamped with rehearsals. I managed to get through to the final of the city's baking contest.
Wait, really? That's wonderful. When is it?
It's next Saturday. I'm quite nervous about it, to be honest.
Don't be. Remember what our grandmother used to tell us before every school play?
Break a leg. She had a theatrical spirit, always believing in tradition and superstition.
Exactly. She believed in that idiom to bring good luck. So, break a leg at the contest and make her proud.
I will definitely try my hardest. I'm testing out a new recipe.
Oh, will you give me a small preview?
Sorry, but it's a secret recipe. You're just going to have to wait and taste for yourself at the contest.
Well, fair enough. Remember the idiom and break a leg.
Giving directions.
Hi there. Can you help me find the post office?
Of course. It's not too far from here. You'll want to head down this street until you reach the first intersection.
At the intersection. Do I turn?
Yes, take a right at the intersection. Then, continue straight for about 3 blocks. You'll pass a coffee shop and a small bookstore on your left.
Got it. Right at the intersection. Past the coffee shop and bookstore. Then what?
After the 3rd block, you'll see a large parking lot on your right. The post office is right next to that lot, with a blue awning out front.
Okay. Right turn, 3 blocks. Look for the parking lot and the blue awning. Thanks. How long should that take walking?
It should only be about a 5-minute walk from here. You're pretty close.
Perfect. Thanks for your help.
No problem. Have a great day.
Look after, take care of or attend to someone or something.
Hi there. Long time no see. How have you been?
Hey. Yes, it's been a while. I've been pretty busy lately, with the new puppy and all.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you got a puppy. How is it going? Do you need any help?
It's a bit challenging, to be honest. Taking care of a puppy is like taking care of a baby. They need constant attention.
Yes, they do. But don't worry, it gets easier as they grow older. And if you ever need a break, I'd be happy to look after the pup for you one of these days. You know how much I love dogs.
Really? That would be great. I was getting worried about what to do with him when I go back to work next week. Thanks a lot.
No problem at all. Just let me know when you need me.
Count on, rely on someone or something.
You remember my cousin, right? The one who's a mechanic.
Yes, I remember. The one who fixed your car that one time.
Exactly. He lost his job at the repair shop last week.
That's really unfortunate. What's his plan now?
He's planning on starting his own auto repair business. He's got the skills, but he is short on funds.
Times are tough. Is there anything we can do to help?
I was thinking we could invest in his business. It could be a good opportunity for us.
I agree. But this is a big decision. Can we count on him to succeed?
Yes, I trust him completely. Besides, with our investment, his business can definitely thrive.
Greetings.
ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm quite well, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing good, thank you. Did you have a good weekend?
Yes, I did. I visited my family out of town and it was nice to see them after quite a while. How about you? How was your weekend?
That's nice to hear. I had a restful weekend. Just stayed home and recharged for the week.
Sounds peaceful. I guess we all need those quiet weekends every now and then.
Absolutely. Any plans for the coming weekend or too early to think about that?
Never too early to plan a weekend. Probably will just relax at home this time. How about you?
Same really, no specific plans.
Well, hope you have a good week ahead.
You too. Have a great week.
How I like rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes.
Hold out, continue to resist or endure something.
Have you heard the news about the wild bear roaming around the city?
Yes, it's all over the news. Isn't it dangerous?
Indeed, it is. Parks have been closed temporarily for safety reasons.
I usually go jogging in the park every morning.
I think it would be wise to change your routine until this situation is under control. You should keep away from parks altogether for a while.
Yeah, you're right. It's better to prioritize safety. I'm thinking of switching to home workouts.
That sounds like a wise decision for now. We all hope they catch the poor creature soon and relocate it to a safer environment.
Yes, it's as distressing for the animal as it is for the people.
Expressing regret.
I wanted to talk about last weekend. I really regret not coming to your birthday party.
I did miss you there. What happened?
I got caught up with some unexpected family stuff, and I couldn't break away. I should have at least called to explain.
It's okay. I understand family obligations can be sudden. I just wish you had let me know sooner.
You're right, and I'm sorry about that. It was inconsiderate of me to not inform you earlier.
I appreciate your apology. It means a lot that you're acknowledging this.
I hope I can make it up to you somehow. Maybe we can meet up sometime this week? Might treat dinner or coffee on me?
That sounds nice. I'd like that. Let's plan for dinner. It'll give us a chance to catch up properly.
Great. I'll send you some options for places. I really want to make sure we have a good time.
Brush up on, review or improve your knowledge or skills.
Hey, how was your vacation in Spain?
It was amazing. I loved the culture, the food, and the people. It's a beautiful country.
Did you get to practice your Spanish?
I did, actually. But I realized I need to brush up on a few things.
Oh, like what?
Mostly some specific vocabulary words. For example, I wasn't very good at talking about directions or locations. I found myself lost a couple of times and had a hard time asking for help.
Directions can be tough in a different language. You should try using an app or find a language partner.
Yes, you're right. I've already downloaded an app to help me brush up on my Spanish. I believe my next trip will be much easier.
Go overboard, do something excessively or extravagantly.
Did you see Jake's new house?
Didn't he just move in last month?
Yes, but he's already completed the entire makeover of the place.
Oh, I heard about that. He was going for a minimalist style, wasn't he?
That was his initial plan, but I think he got too carried away. He has the whole place filled with rare ornaments and luxury items.
That doesn't sound minimalist to me at all.
Exactly, in fact, it seems like he's gone overboard with the whole scenario. It's extravagant, beyond anyone's dreams.
Well, it's his home at the end of the day. If he feels comfortable and happy with it, then I guess that's what matters the most.
Of course, I just hope he doesn't forget the real essence of a home in his quest for luxury.
Let's give it a shot.
Have you heard about the new restaurant that opened downtown?
Yes, I've been reading some great reviews about it. Have you been there yet?
Not yet. I was thinking we should try it out this weekend. What do you think?
That sounds like a good idea. I've been wanting to try their signature dish everyone's talking about.
Same here. The pictures I've seen online look amazing. Should we make a reservation?
Definitely. It's been quite popular, so it might get crowded. What time works for you?
How about Saturday evening around 7? That should give us enough time to enjoy a nice dinner.
Perfect. Let's give it a shot and see if it lives up to the hype.
Great. I'll make the reservation. It'll be fun to try something new.
Absolutely. I'm always up for discovering new places. Plus, if it's as good as they say, it might become a new favorite.
I hope so. I'll confirm the reservation, and we'll be all set for Saturday.
Looking forward to it.
Look up to, respect or admire someone.
So, I've always wondered, who do you look up to the most in the world?
There are many people I admire, but if I were to choose one, it would be my grandfather. He really represents the type of person I aspire to be.
Oh, your grandfather? That sounds interesting. Why is that?
Well, he carries himself with so much grace and wisdom. He constantly expresses kindness, not just to his family but to everyone around. He has this resilience about him, too. Even in the face of hardship, he never loses his sense of humor.
It seems like he does have some solid admirable traits.
Absolutely. His dedication to lead a moral and virtuous life is inspiring. Our world could use more individuals like him. And that's why I look up to him so much.
Buying a house.
Are you still looking to buy a house?
Yes, I am. But it's so hard to find a suitable one in this competitive market.
I can imagine. Are you working with a realtor?
I am, yet there's a lot to consider. Location, price. The age of the house.
Right. Yet, don't forget about adding potential renovations into your budget. If you find a well-located, reasonably priced older house, it might be worth investing in some updates.
That's an excellent point, thanks. I've been mostly focusing on the initial purchase price.
It's important, but consider the long-term value as well. And remember, an inspection prior to purchasing can save a lot of headaches later.
Yes, most certainly. The hunt continues. And I'm hoping to find my dream house soon.
I hope so too. Good luck with your search.
A dime a dozen, something common and easy to find.
You've been spending a lot of time on dating apps. You find anyone yet?
It's not as easy as it looks. Most profiles are a dime a dozen, same pictures, same bios.
Yeah, that's the thing about online dating. You miss out on the uniqueness you can find in person.
Absolutely. Many profiles use the same buzzwords like adventurous or foodie. It's just an overused lexicon.
You should try meeting people through hobbies or social activities. Plus, you have shared interests.
I think you're right. Everyone on these apps seems like carbon copies of each other. I'd rather find someone who isn't a dime a dozen.
Exactly, something spectacular is worth the wait. You'll find it, don't worry.
Appreciate your wisdom. I'll lay off the apps for a while and see where life takes me.
Bring around, convince or persuade someone to change their opinion.
Hey, you've been obsessed with this new vegan diet for quite some time. Don't you miss eating meat sometimes?
Actually, not at all. I feel really great and energized. Plus, it's a great way to reduce my environmental impact.
I'm not sure if I could ever give up on my steaks and barbecues.
You should give it a try for at least a couple of weeks. Who knows, you might enjoy it.
The idea seems too extreme to me. There's no way I could get enough protein from the vegan diet.
That's a common misconception. Lentils, chickpeas, and tofu are just a few of the numerous protein-rich plant-based foods.
Maybe I should read more about it.
That's a good start. I believe I can eventually bring you around to appreciate this lifestyle.
That's par for the course.
Did you hear about the latest changes to our project?
Yes, I did. Another set of revisions from the client, right?
Exactly. It's getting a bit ridiculous at this point.
Well, that's par for the course with this client. They always have last-minute changes.
True, but it's starting to feel like we're never going to finish this project.
I know what you mean. It can be frustrating, but we've handled it before. We'll get through it again.
I guess so. It just feels like every time we get close to wrapping up, something new comes up.
That's the nature of the business sometimes. We have to stay flexible and adapt.
You're right. It's just hard to stay motivated with constant changes.
Maybe we can break it down into smaller tasks to make it more manageable.
That's a good idea. It might make the workload feel less overwhelming.
Exactly. We've dealt with worse. We can handle this too.
Thanks for the pep talk. Let's get back to it and push through.
Anytime. We've got this.
Mortgage loan.
Hi there. Have you ever considered getting a mortgage loan?
Yes, I've given it some thought, but I'm not clear on how it all works.
A mortgage is a loan that allows you to borrow money to buy a property. You'll repay the loan, along with interest, over a set term.
What factors do lenders consider before giving a mortgage loan?
They look at your income, credit score, debt to income ratio, job stability, and the value of the property you want to buy.
Does the length of the term affect my monthly payments?
Absolutely. Significantly shorter terms usually have higher monthly payments but lower interest rates, while longer terms have less hefty monthly payments but more interest costs overall.
That's insightful. I think I'll need advice on choosing the right term length.
That's a good idea. A mortgage advisor can provide thoroughly tailored advice based on your personal circumstances and financial goals.
A piece of cake, something that is very easy to do.
Yesterday, I picked up my guitar, which I'd left untouched for years. I was surprised to find that I could still play a few chords.
That's interesting. How did it feel to rediscover your old hobby?
It felt amazing. It brought back so many memories. I was curious and tried to play a difficult piece that I always struggled with in the past.
And how did that go?
Shockingly, it was a piece of cake. I completed it perfectly on my first try, without any mistakes.
Really? You must have retained muscle memory from all those years of practice.
Yes, perhaps. My fingers just moved across the frets as if they knew what they were doing.
Imagine a tricky tune that used to be a hurdle. Seems like a piece of cake now. I think this calls for some celebration.
Absolutely. Who knew picking up old interests would be so rewarding?
Playing basketball.
Have you ever tried playing basketball before?
Yes, I've played basketball in high school. It was so much fun.
That's great. I'm trying to develop my skills in basketball. Any tips you can give me?
Well, the first thing I would suggest is to focus on your dribbling. It helps you move better with the ball.
Yeah, I've been practicing that a lot. It's harder than it looks.
Oh, it definitely is. Also, remember to work on your shooting form. Your arm should follow a smooth, cohesive motion from your body to your wrist.
Okay, sounds good. How about defense?
Another crucial part of the game. Watching your opponent's waist is a trick. No matter how they move their arms or head, the waist doesn't lie.
That's interesting. I've never heard of that before. Thanks for the advice.
You're welcome. Keep practicing and you'll improve.
Go on about, continue talking about something, often excessively.
Have you seen the latest superhero movie yet?
Oh, did it already come out? I haven't kept track since you know I'm not much into superhero movies.
Yes, it came out yesterday. You have no idea what you're missing. The storyline, the effects, the acting, it's simply spectacular.
Yeah. You seem really fascinated.
I am. Trust me, if you watch it, you'd be fascinated too. I won't spoil anything, but the plot twist in the middle will leave you stunned.
Well, since you're so excited and can't help but go on about it, maybe I'll give it a go.
You should. Remember, it's the extraordinary things that make life worth living.
You're quite philosophical today. I guess the movie left quite an impression on you.
Agreeing.
I was thinking about the new movie that just came out. It's been getting great reviews. We should go see it this weekend.
That's a good idea. I read that it's a real breakthrough in terms of special effects and storytelling. It'd be interesting to see how they've done it.
Exactly. Plus, the director is known for innovative camera techniques. It should be visually stunning at the very least.
I agree. And the lead actor has been phenomenal in their recent films. I have high hopes for their performance.
Me too. It seems like the perfect film for us to enjoy. Let's catch an evening show. Maybe the 7 p.m. one.
That works for me. Evening shows are less crowded anyway. Should we buy the tickets in advance?
I think we should, to avoid the risk of it being sold out. I'll look up the best seats available.
Great, let's do that. It'll be a fun evening.
Keep on about, continue talking or complaining about something.
Hey, have you talked to Jennifer recently?
Yeah. We had lunch a while ago, and all she did was keep on about her new diet.
Yeah, she's been like that lately. I mean, she's always been into healthy living, but it's really taken a new dimension now.
Not that I'm not interested or anything, but it just feels like there are other things to talk about once in a while.
Totally understand. It's like when Kelly bought her new car last year, remember?
Oh. Yeah. She wouldn't stop talking about it. It was becoming a bit too much, honestly.
I guess all we can do is nod and smile.
Right. Or wisely change the subject. Anyway, let's talk about something else. Did you finish that book I lent you?
Expressing disappointment.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, ooh, I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket.
So, how was the concert last night?
Oh, it was a big disappointment.
Why? What happened?
Firstly, we had to wait 2 hours before the show started.
That's pretty standard, isn't it?
Yes, but it was just the beginning. When the band finally came on stage, they only played for an hour.
An hour. That's really short, especially after such a long wait.
Not only that, they barely interacted with the crowd, and they didn't even play some of their most popular songs.
Wow, that does sound disappointing.
To top it all off, the sound quality was poor. It was difficult to even hear the lyrics.
That's a shame. I know you were looking forward to that concert for a long time.
Yeah, it unfortunately didn't live up to my expectations.
Yeah, I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours.
Tenants.
How's the search for tenants going for your property?
Quite well, actually. I've got quite a few interest from potential tenants.
That's great news. What's your strategy for screening them?
I look at their history, references from previous landlords, financial stability, and even do a small background check to ensure there's no criminal record.
Sounds thorough. Do these tenants know that you're doing a background check?
Absolutely. I'm upfront about my process. It saves both of us a lot of time if they know what to expect.
Any concerns about the condition of your property?
I do worry, but that's where the security deposit comes in. It should cover any damages that occurred during their tenure.
Smart. You've got this down to a science.
With experience comes wisdom, or in this case, just a guideline to avoid headaches in the future.
Fall back, retreat or withdraw from a position.
Do you still remember the camping trip we took last summer?
Yes, of course. It was unforgettable, especially the day when we encountered that grizzly bear.
You were so terrified. You didn't even try to scare it off, you just immediately decided to fall back.
In my defense, I read somewhere it's best to retreat if you find yourself face to face with a grizzly since they can be aggressive when threatened.
Yeah, that's true. But you didn't just fall back, you practically teleported back to the car.
Well, I figure it's better to on the side of caution, especially when it comes to wildlife encounters.
No argument there. Let's just make sure our next outdoor adventure involves less danger, okay?
Agreed. Falling back from a confrontation with a bear was enough excitement for one lifetime.
Congratulations.
Hey, I heard the news about your promotion. Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. I was pretty excited when they told me. It's been a lot of hard work.
I can imagine. This is a big step in your career, right? What will your new role involve?
Yes, it's a significant step. I'll be managing our entire regional sales team now. It means a lot more responsibility, but also a great opportunity to implement some ideas I've had.
That sounds like a perfect match for your skills. You've always been great with strategy and leadership.
Thanks for saying that. I hope to really boost our team's performance and morale.
With your track record, I have no doubt you'll succeed. You must celebrate this weekend.
Definitely planning to. You'll have to join us. It would be great to have you there.
Count me in. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Cheers to new beginnings.
Go around, circulate or spread, often as a rumor or disease.
Have you heard about this new diet trend?
You mean the one where people are only eating fruits and raw vegetables?
Yes, that's the one. Apparently, the idea started somewhere in California and has been going around all over social media.
Oh, is that so? Well, I'll always be skeptical of these fad diets. Quick fixes rarely represent healthy and sustainable changes.
I agree with you on that. I simply mentioned it because it's surprising how quickly things like this can go around nowadays.
Yes, indeed. It's the power of the internet. Before you know it, half the world is following along.
Well, I guess there's always a balance that needs to be found. It's good to be open to new ideas, but always with careful consideration and research.
Couldn't agree more. Life needs balance, and that includes our diets as well.
Talking about occupations.
What line of work are you in?
I'm a software developer. I build mobile applications for Android and iOS. It's a mix of technical challenges and creative solutions. How about you?
I'm a landscape architect. I design outdoor spaces like parks, residential areas, and sometimes even golf courses. It's really rewarding to see my designs come to life.
That sounds fascinating. I can imagine it must be quite satisfying to create something that people enjoy every day.
It is. And with your job, you must be constantly learning with technology evolving so quickly.
Absolutely, there's always a new programming language or framework to keep up with. But that's part of the excitement. Keeps the brain young, I guess.
True. That's the beauty of our jobs, isn't it? Always evolving. Always something new to master.
Exactly. It's about making the most of our skills and pushing boundaries wherever we can.
Blaming.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
You've always had this tendency to shift blame onto others. You know,
I really don't understand what you mean.
take yesterday, for instance. You placed the blame on me for losing the keys, when it was you who last had them.
But you were supposed to keep an eye on them, weren't you?
Your responsibility does not end with passing them on to someone. You ought to make sure they're safe.
But that's unfair. How am I to blame for your negligence?
No, it's about being aware and accepting responsibility. Blaming others is not the solution. It only multiplies the problem.
Maybe you're right. I actually hadn't realized that I've been shifting blame.
That's all I wanted you to understand. Remember, self-reflection can result in personal growth. Blaming others hinders our own chances of improving.
Swing those hips around.
It's raining cats and dogs, it's raining heavily.
Did you notice the weather outside?
No, I haven't had a chance to look out the window yet. Why do you ask?
It's raining cats and dogs. I didn't even bring an umbrella. I'm stranded here for a while.
Oh, that's not good. But the weather forecast did mention there would be heavy showers today.
I guess I must have missed that. I really need to start watching the weather forecast before leaving my house.
That'll be a good idea. Sometimes it is quite unpredictable though. Just like life, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Well, there's nothing I can do about it now. Guess I'll just have to wait it out.
Probably the best thing to do. Would you like some coffee while you wait?
Yes, that sounds great. A hot cup of coffee is all I need right now.
All right, let me make that for you.
Set off, start a journey or cause something to begin.
I'm thinking of setting off on a new adventure.
Oh, really? What kind of adventure?
I want to travel across South America. I've always had a passion for long journeys and exploring different cultures.
That sounds really impressive. Have you done anything like this before?
Not quite on this scale. I have traveled to a few countries individually, but never an entire continent.
Yeah, that's quite a leap. Do you have any specific countries you're planning to visit?
Peru is at the top of my list because I have always wanted to see Machu Picchu. Besides that, I'm still deciding.
That's certainly an ambitious plan. It'll be a journey to remember for sure. Best of luck to you.
Thanks. I can't wait to set off.
Talking about jobs.
Hi, how's work been treating you?
It's been going quite well. I've been moved to a new project that I find interesting. It's a bit challenging, but also rewarding. How about you?
It's been a roller coaster. Lots of deadlines and late nights. I do enjoy the thrill, but sometimes it seems overwhelming.
I understand. Once, I almost thought of switching my job because of the stress. But I realized that I derive satisfaction from overcoming challenges.
I agree. I've been thinking of switching as well. However, I think I would feel the same pressures in any other job. Every job has its ups and downs, right?
Absolutely. The trick is to find something you are passionate about and would look forward to doing each day. That way, even the hard days won't feel so bad.
That's true. Enjoying what you do certainly makes a world of difference.
Smoke abatement.
I've been hearing a lot about smoke abatement recently. But what exactly does it involve?
Smoke abatement is about reducing or eliminating the release of smoke into the environment. It's mainly focused on industrial smoke that gets released from factories or power plants.
So, it's just like some kind of filter for factory chimneys?
It can include filters, but it's much more than that. Strategies can range from switching to cleaner fuels, installing catchment devices in chimneys, to re-engineering process to reduce smoke production.
That all sounds quite technical. Why is it so important?
The concern is majorly about public health and climate change. Smoke pollution contributes to respiratory disorders and global warming. With proper smoke abatement, we can breathe cleaner air and slow down climate change.
That makes sense. And indeed, it's something everyone should be conscious about. Our actions do have far-reaching consequences.
Absolutely. It's all about taking better care of our planet for the future generations.
Bite the bullet, to face a difficult or unpleasant situation with courage.
Did you ever speak to your neighbor about his incessantly barking dog?
No, not yet. I've been avoiding the confrontation. You know how much I dislike conflicts.
I understand, but you can't continue losing sleep over this. Sometimes, it's necessary to bite the bullet.
I know, you're right. It's just hard because we used to be very good friends. And now we barely speak.
That might make things a bit more complicated. But you should still address the issue. Even if it ends up causing some tension, it's better than let it continue to disrupt your peace.
Yeah, I guess you're right. As much as I hate to do it, I'll have to bite the bullet. Maybe we can turn this into an opportunity to reconnect and mend our relationship.
That's the spirit. Deal with the problem head on. And maintain good relations with your neighbors.
Run out of, exhaust or deplete the supply of something.
Hey, I was thinking of organizing a little get-together at my place this weekend. Would you like to join us?
That sounds like fun. Do you need any help arranging for it?
Actually, yes. I freshly moved in, so I might run out of groceries or something. Can you help me stock up in advance?
Of course, I can help. We can go for shopping later today, maybe?
Sounds like a plan. Apart from groceries, we'll need some drinks too. Last time we had a get-together at Joe's place, he ran out of beers midway through the evening.
Not an issue. We'll get enough supplies so we don't run out of anything in the middle of the party. I'll even offer to pick up the booze.
Great, that's definitely a load off my chest. Thanks for pitching in.
Go through, experience or endure a difficult situation or process.
Hello, how have you been?
It's been a rough patch. My mother passed away last week.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's terribly hard to lose a loved one.
Yes, it's probably the most painful thing I've had to go through. But life must continue.
Absolutely. If you ever need someone to lean on, don't hesitate to reach out. Losing my father was one of the hardest things I've had to go through. It was my friends that really pulled me through.
I appreciate it. Your words mean a lot.
You're welcome. Remember, it's okay to mourn and to feel the way you are feeling right now. But with time, it gets better.
Thank you. I hope it does.
Agreeing.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen.
I've been contemplating recently, and I think I want to lead a more healthy lifestyle.
I totally support that decision. It's definitely a positive change. I've been considering the same thing myself.
That's great. I believe controlling diet patterns and regular workouts should be the first steps.
Exactly, a balanced diet is a cornerstone. Including fruits and vegetables can help get necessary vitamins and minerals.
Yes, and drinking plenty of water is vital too. We also need to cut down on foods high in sugar and salt for a balanced diet.
I agree with you. Incorporating dairy products and lean meat is also beneficial because they are good sources of protein.
Indeed. Engaging in physical exercise at least 30 minutes a day could significantly improve our health as well.
I'm in total agreement with your plan. Committing to these changes could lead to healthier lifestyles. Let's motivate each other.
Yes, absolutely, it's a deal.
Clearer, I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly, I'm not really sure.
All ears, fully attentive and listening carefully.
I wanted to discuss something that has been bothering me for a while now.
Sure, I'm all ears. What's the matter?
I have been feeling quite disconnected lately. It's like I can't seem to motivate myself or enjoy the things I used to enjoy. I keep distancing myself from everyone as well.
I see. Do you have an idea why you're feeling this way?
I'm not sure. Maybe it has something to do with realizing how fast time is flying by. We're aging, too. That scares me, and it's a little depressing, I guess.
It's quite normal to be worried about time going by. Life indeed moves very fast. But remember, it's important to find joy and meaning in little things and keep evolving as a person. How about we explore new hobbies or activities so you can find something you love?
That sounds like a good idea. I'll give it a go. Thanks for listening.
Not a problem at all. Always here to lend an ear.
Expressing shock.
Swagger down the street with your
the day I die.
You know Tommy from down the street?
The mailman? Sure, we chat sometimes.
Apparently, he won the lottery yesterday. A whopping $50 million.
No way. That has to be some kind of joke. Tommy, the quiet mailman, is now a multimillionaire?
That's exactly what I said. It's surreal. The news even showed him holding up the winning ticket. He looked bewildered.
I can't imagine. Tommy always lived quite humbly. A small, simple house, packed lunch, old pickup truck, and now he's richer than anyone we've ever known.
It's baffling. The whole town's talking about it. Life's a surprise around every corner, eh?
Indeed, it is. Tomorrow it could be us winning the lottery.
Well, that would be something. Can you imagine the shock? It pushes the boundaries of belief.
Life never ceases to astonish me. That's for sure.
Swing those hips around.
Postgraduate's fever.
I've noticed this increasing trend of postgraduates fever. It seems everyone is getting a master's or PhD these days.
Yes, it's like an epidemic, especially as the job market becomes more competitive. It's almost like people feel an undergraduate degree just doesn't cut it anymore.
I get it. Additional qualifications can perhaps make you stand out. But is the debt worth it?
It's subjective. For fields like academia or research, a postgraduate degree is essential. But in other sectors, experience might carry more weight.
True. And don't forget about those who pursue postgraduate studies for sheer passion for the subject.
Absolutely. Postgraduates, fever can be a result of different motivations, career advancement, passion, or simply academic interest. It's essential to evaluate its true worth based on personal ambitions and the given industry.
You're right. Every prospective student should weigh in these factors before jumping onto the postgraduate bandwagon.
Pass up, miss an opportunity, or decline an offer.
Did you hear about the yard sale happening this Saturday in the neighborhood?
Yes, I did hear about it. But I've decided to give it a pass up this time.
Really? But there are going to be some really unique items up for sale. I heard Mrs. Robinson is selling her antique clock collection.
I know, it's very tempting. But I've been spending too much on these sales recently.
Well, if you think it's the right decision. But it's not every day that you get the chance to buy something rare for a cheap price.
I understand that, but I feel like I need to be more careful about my spending.
That's a reasonable point. However, if you change your mind, don't hesitate to swing by. You don't want to pass up something you might regret later.
To study abroad.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Have you considered studying abroad?
Yes, the idea of absorbing different cultures intrigues me.
Agreed. It exposes you to diverse education systems. You get a fresh perspective on learning.
Definitely. Plus, I believe it would help develop my independence and self-sufficient nature.
True. I studied abroad, and it really broadened my horizons. I learned a lot about myself and how to adapt to new environments.
Which is precisely what I am after. But aren't costs a concern?
Yes, it can be expensive. However, several universities abroad do offer scholarships and financial aid. We'll need to research and apply accordingly.
Yes, I should look into those. Any countries you'd recommend?
Well, US, UK, and Canada have renowned universities. Asian countries like Singapore and Japan are also gaining popularity.
Much to consider. Thanks for the insight. I appreciate it.
Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Hold out, continue to resist or endure something.
Have you heard from Drew lately?
Yes, I spoke to him just a few days ago. He's still trying to get his novel published.
It's been years, hasn't it? He must be quite frustrated.
Well, yes and no. While he's definitely experiencing some rejections, the process hasn't diminished his determination. He still believes in his work, even after receiving numerous rejections.
That's commendable. It's tough to hold out when facing that kind of adversity.
Absolutely. Perseverance is crucial in such a subjective industry. Instead of letting the rejections discourage him, he uses them as a motivation to work harder and refine his work.
That's an inspiring attitude. I hope it pays off for him in the end.
I'm sure it will. After all, the path to success isn't a smooth ride. His resilience will surely pay off someday.
Deal with, handle or manage a situation or problem.
Hey, there, I really need some advice about something. It's really been bothering me lately.
Of course, I'm here to help in any way I can. So, what seems to be the problem?
I've recently been assigned a new project at work, but I'm struggling to keep up with it. The workload is intense, and managing it along with other day-to-day duties is proving to be quite a challenge.
That sounds difficult. I can understand why you're feeling stressed. But remember, you're capable and resilient. Prioritize your tasks, don't be afraid to delegate parts of the project to your team, and consider discussing a reasonable timeline with your manager.
You're right. I should definitely try that. I feel like I bit off more than I could chew.
Don't be too harsh on yourself. You'll find a way to deal with it.
Look down on, have a low opinion of someone or something.
Did you hear about Mark's decision to quit his lucrative job to pursue painting full-time?
Yes, I did. Apparently, he's been passionate about it since childhood.
People are surprised at though. They were expecting him to follow the usual career path.
That is true. It's unfortunate that they look down on his choice just because it doesn't align with the societal conventions.
They fail to understand that success isn't always defined by material wealth. Mark is truly courageous for taking this step.
Absolutely. His determination to explore his passion despite the criticisms is admirable.
I hope his journey inspires others to follow their hearts, barring societal expectations.
Agreed. Nurturing our passions shouldn't make others look down on us. Everyone's idea of happiness is different, and that's how it should be.
Talking about feelings.
Sometimes, I think it's really difficult to communicate how I feel to others. It's like there's a chasm between how I perceive things and what I'm able to express.
I understand that. It can be complex to translate feelings into words. And also, not everyone may understand what you mean.
Exactly. Sometimes I feel alone in my thoughts because I find it difficult to articulate them.
You know what could help? Journaling. You don't have to show it to anyone. It's just for your eyes. With writing, you'll get better at expressing yourself.
Sounds like a good idea. Maybe I should also start to open up more to people I trust. It's scary though.
Yes, it is. But remember, it's okay to be vulnerable sometimes. That's how we grow and learn to trust others more.
Yeah, I'll try to implement that. Thanks for the advice.
Let the cat out of the bag, to reveal a secret.
Hey, you know our friend Robert from the soccer league?
Yeah, the one who used to collect baseball cards, right?
Yeah, that's him. Well, he always had aspirations to become a mystery writer.
Truly, I had no idea Robert was interested in writing.
He always kept it a secret. He feared that people might not take him seriously.
Wow, that's news to me. How did you find out about it?
You might not believe it, but he accidentally let the cat out of the bag last weekend during the pool match.
Really? How?
He got a call and he was talking about his book deal with a publisher. He didn't realize I was in hearing range.
Interesting. I genuinely hope he succeeds in his venture.
I hope so too. It's quite a surprising revelation, isn't it?
Absolutely. I never would have guessed.
Go ahead with, proceed or continue with a plan or action.
Hi. You remember the out-of-town summer trip we discussed last month?
Yes, you suggested going to the beach. Is that still on the cards?
Absolutely, but there have been a few changes. We might go to a mountain resort instead of the beach. I just thought it might be a refreshing change.
That's a radical move, but it sounds interesting. Have you worked it out?
Not yet. I'm still putting some ideas together, but I felt it would be nice to tell you before I go ahead with the planning process.
I appreciate it. Especially since I love mountains. I'm excited to see how this plan evolves.
All right then, I'll set the wheels in motion and let you know how things shape up.
Sounds great, looking forward to it.
Feeling under the weather, feeling ill or not your best.
Hey, are you okay? You look a bit off today.
Sorry, I'm feeling under the weather. I woke up with a headache and a bit of a fever today.
Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Have you taken any medicine yet?
I took some aspirin earlier today, but it doesn't seem to be helping much.
Maybe you should see a doctor. Don't push yourself too hard if you're feeling ill.
Yeah, you're right. I might make an appointment this afternoon if I still don't feel any better.
That sounds like a good plan. Remember to stay hydrated and try to get some rest.
I will. Thanks for your concern.
Of course, it's important to take care of yourself. We'll manage things here, so focus on getting better.
I truly appreciate that. I'll let you know how things progress.
Look for, search or seek something.
Can you believe the weather today? I thought it was supposed to be sunny.
I know, I heard the forecast mention sunshine with a gentle breeze. I was looking forward to going for a picnic.
That sounds nice. What park were you planning to visit?
I was thinking of going to Central Park. You know, I've been looking for a peaceful spot to read my new book.
Central Park is a pretty good choice. There's a nice spot near the pond that you might like.
That sounds perfect. I hope the weather clears up soon. I really need some time to unwind.
You should definitely do it. A good book in a nice spot sounds like the perfect way to relax. Let me know when you find your perfect place.
Individual initiative.
Taking individual initiative means going above and beyond the expectations that have been set for you. Don't you think?
I agree. But it's more complex than that. It also involves having the foresight to plan and act ahead, to innovate, and to take risks.
True. Risk-taking is a significant aspect. A person with initiative doesn't shy away from taking bold steps even if failure is a possibility. It's born from self-confidence and dedication.
Yes, and it's not just about personal growth. When individuals display initiative, they often inspire others to strive for more too. It can create a sort of ripple effect.
That's an excellent point. It could change the overall productivity and innovation levels in a group or company. It encourages others to think creatively and to invest their best efforts.
Absolutely. Individual initiative is both an internal drive and an influence for others. It's a key trait for anyone who wants to thrive and to drive progress.
I'm so excited for you.
Guess what? I got the job offer I was hoping for.
No way! I'm so excited for you. Which company is it?
It's the marketing firm downtown. The one I've been talking about for months.
That's amazing! When do you start?
In 2 weeks. I can't wait to dive into the new projects they have lined up.
You've worked so hard for this. You totally deserve it. What's your new role?
I'll be a project manager, leading a team on some really innovative campaigns.
That sounds perfect for you. Do you have any plans to celebrate?
I'm thinking of having a small get-together with friends this weekend. Nothing big, just a casual celebration.
Count me in. We should definitely toast to your success.
Thanks. I appreciate the support. It's been quite a journey to get here.
And this is just the beginning. I'm sure you'll do great things there.
I hope so. It's an exciting new chapter for sure.
Ability.
I've been thinking about picking up tennis. I've always admired the game, but I'm not sure I have what it takes.
Tennis is a great sport. You should definitely give it a try. Everyone starts somewhere, right?
True, but I've never been particularly athletic. I'm worried I might be too slow or not pick up the skills quickly.
Don't be too hard on yourself. Skills can be learned with practice. And there are beginner classes where you can learn at your own pace.
I guess you're right. It's more about the effort than natural ability, isn't it?
Exactly. And remember, It's about enjoying the game too. Plus, it's a great way to stay active and meet new people.
That does sound appealing. Maybe I should look into local clubs or classes then.
Definitely do that. And if you want, I can come with you the first few times to get the hang of it.
I'd like that. Thanks for the encouragement.
Keep back, retain or withhold something.
I was cleaning up the attic this weekend. There's a lot of stuff that needs to go.
Did you find anything interesting up there?
Yeah, our old family photo albums and some of Dad's records from the 70s.
Oh, classic stuff. You should have a garage sale. Hopefully, somebody would appreciate them.
Good idea. But I'm planning to keep back some of the really personal items, like Dad's old watch and our family photo albums.
That's thoughtful. It's important to retain things that have sentimental value. You never know, even your grandchildren might appreciate looking through those albums one day.
Yes, exactly. Especially the pictures of our summer trips. They remind me of the good old times.
I agree. Those photos are priceless. Everything isn't about material value, after all.
Job hunting is too hard.
Job hunting is really becoming difficult. It seems like there are never enough opportunities for the increasing competition in every field today.
I agree. It's frustrating to spend hours sending applications and rarely hearing back from employers. And then, those automated application systems just make it tougher.
Exactly. It feels like you're competing with a machine rather than a human, especially when you see those rejections with no specific explanation.
I know, right? And even if you get called for an interview, you're never sure how many others are being interviewed too. The unpredictability wears you down.
Yeah, all those rounds of interviews just to hear a no later. It's exhausting and stressful. There's a dire need for a more efficient system.
Absolutely. But never lose hope. Keep trying. After all, they say job hunting is tougher than the job itself.
True, that's what keeps me going.
Keep an eye on the ball, to stay focused and attentive.
Did you see Mike's new paintings? They're really exceptional.
Oh, yes, I have. His style has evolved and become more sophisticated.
Agreed. He's done quite well for himself. I remember when he was just starting and was uncertain if he could make a living out of it.
Yeah, same here. But he always had this incredible passion for art. It was not just about money for him.
Exactly. He used to say that painting was his life, not just a hobby. His determination and passion are probably why he's achieved so much.
That's true. Unlike other young artists who get distracted easily, Mike really knew how to keep an eye on the ball.
Absolutely. His focus has been key to his success. It's a great lesson for anyone pursuing a dream not to lose sight of what's important.
Definitely. Dedication and perseverance always pay off. We can all learn something from Mike.